Hey everyone, it's Dale here, and in this video I'll show you the strongest volume profile levels to trade this week. We'll cover the NQ, then we'll cover the Australian dollar, US dollar, and then the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So let's take a look at it. What you're looking at is NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and view up indicators, and this is a 30-minute chart of the NQ. And I want to show you a strong support which formed in here. This is the support at 29,920. There are a couple of reasons behind this support. The main reason is that if you guys take a look at the shape of the volume profile that formed the previous week, this is it, then the heaviest volumes of the whole previous week were traded right here. This is the place where the volumes were the heaviest, which means that it's called the weekly point of control. From the weekly point of control, price shot upwards, and this is telling us that the volumes here around the point of control were buyers that were building up their long positions, and afterwards they manipulated the price to shoot up. When there's a pullback to this weekly point of control, to this whole heavy volume zone, I expect that those guys will become active again and they'll want to defend their positions and push the price upwards from there again, right? So that's the main idea behind this trade. Strong move away from the weekly point of control, and as you can see, I'm trading from the beginning of that heavy volume zone where the point of control formed. Another thing that I like about this level is that we had a big fair value gap here. See? This massive fair value gap that's from Smart Money Concepts, and since this is a bullish fair value gap, I trade from here. This is the beginning of the fair value gap. As you can see, it's exactly at the level, right? And it corresponds with the beginning of this heavy volume zone. See? Now, another thing that adds strength to the level is that the price reacted to that level in the past couple of times, in here and in here. That means that it was a resistance. When the price blew past it, it turned into a support. This is price action setup, which I call resistance support flip. And it also adds strength to the level. So what we need to do now is just wait for the pullback, and when the price reaches this place, then take the long from there. Now let's take a look at the Australian dollar, US dollar. So here is a 30-minute chart of the Australian dollar, US dollar. And let me zoom this in a little bit. We have a rather steep uptrend here, this whole uptrend. And in that uptrend, if you take a look just how today's volumes were distributed, then there is this heavy volume zone standing out. This is definitely a significant volume zone where buyers who are pushing through this high were adding to their long positions here. And when the price reaches this place, I expect the buyers from this volume cluster to defend this place. It was important that they push through this high, and now it will be important for them to hold this level. That's why I think that there should be a reaction, right? The level is at 0.796, and this is the main reason behind the level. That's the volume cluster here, the volume cluster inside the uptrend. Okay, this is a volume profile setup, which I call the trend setup. Additionally to this, we have the same setup as before. We have this strong reaction to this level. That means it was a resistance here because the price reacted here strongly. And then when the price went past the resistance, it turned into a support. All right, so again, that's the same price action setup which I showed you on the NQ. It's called resistance support flip. Additionally to that, we also have a fair value gap here. See this fair value gap, and it begins in here, exactly at our level. So for all those reasons, I think that this level should hold and that there should be a reaction. Now we just need to wait for the price to hit it and then go long from there and trade only the first hit, okay, the first test. So that's for the Australian dollar, US dollar, and let's now take a look at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So this is the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Again, we are looking at a 30-minute chart. And again, we have a strong uptrend, a very similar scenario as on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Now, in this uptrend, there are a couple of significant volume zones. Let me show you. What I want to trade from is this one, and then this one. Let's start with the higher one, the higher level. That's this one at 0.5906. This is based on the same setup as on the Australian dollar, US dollar. That's the trend setup, where you see a trend and a significant volume cluster in that trend. And then you wait for pullback to that volume cluster and take trade from there, right? Additionally to this, we also have the resistance support flip setup here. As you can see, this massive reaction to this level in the past, right? So it was a resistance because the price made this strong reaction there. Here the price went past the resistance, turning it into support, right? So this also confirms the level and adds strength to it. Regarding the second level, that's a second level in here at 0.5893. As I was saying, it's based on this volume cluster, but not only on this volume cluster, it's also based on a big fair value gap. It's in here. See, fair value gap right here, beginning exactly at our level. That's what I actually used to pinpoint the exact place of the level. That's the beginning of the fair value gap. See, at 58.93. Now, additionally to this, we also have resistance support flip. Check this out. Price was reacting here and here. Also in here, not exactly to the level, but in this area. So this worked as a resistance in the past. When the price blew past it, it turned into support. As you can see, I'm using the same setups all over again, so it's not exactly rocket science. You just need to look for the setups and look for the combos, and the combos present the strongest levels. All right, so that's how I do it. Those are the levels that I wanted to share with you. If you guys want to learn my whole volume profile trading strategy from A to Z, then you should visit my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click this button here, which says trading course and tools, then there you can find the trading education and my custom-made tools. All right, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy trading. Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!